Okay, how are you doing this morning? My papers are really dry, and with this one, the cover, I'm just going to go around and just trim the excess paper off the sides just to tidy it up a bit. We've got a lovely day outside today. That nasty wind we've been having has really died down, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Right, so I've trimmed that off, and while I'm at it I might trim that tag off. Oh, that's thickened that bit of voting paper up nicely. It's not so flimsy anymore. For where I put the what's it called, dry wall tape stuff on it. Okay, so now I'm going to put some colour on it, and I just picked out, I've got some greens and blues. I don't know if I'm going to add any more to it or not, but at the moment I just feel like that, and I really want to use this cobalt blue up because it's pretty cakey. So I'm going to just put some of this paint out on the side here. That's really, I don't know if you can see that, but it's gone really cakey and I don't want to waste it. So I'm still going to use it. And just put some of the other colours out. Not much left in this one. Nope, that was my paint. It wasn't me. Okay, I'll just put them back over there. Right, so let's just get some paint on the background, shall we? A brush. Okay, bit of green. And I'll go right down here, and I've got to remember to do this little flap too. And I'll use some of that blue. Look how cakey that is. Isn't that terrible? It's either old paint, and I actually brought it like that. Like, you can't tell what the paint's like until you bring it home and use it. Pardon me. And I was going to take it back, and then I thought, oh, I just couldn't be bothered. Okay, and a bit of the lighter one. I might just wash my brush so that the lighter colour green, which is, what's that one called? Oh, it's brilliant yellow green, that one. might get a bit of my, if I can find some, a bit of my baking paper just to put down in there so it doesn't stick that much. Okay, I'll give that a dry. Alright, so I've got my background paint on. That looks pretty cool. And now I'm just going to do some stenciling, and I had all my stencils just here a minute ago. There they are. What else do I want to use? I might use that one. Okay, so I've got some bubble wrap, and I might come in with that yellow green. See how we're going. It's wet in a few spaces. Still wet. And I want to use the honeycomb. I'll just grab a sponge. Oops, oh, nearly knocked me water everywhere then. But I won't grab that sponge because I use that for the ink, and I use that one for the ink. Here's one that's pretty hard and yucky, so I'll just cut a bit of that off. And I might use the darker green. Okay. So we've got that one on, and I might bring in some, I'll give that a dry, and then bring in some white. I might do a little bit of stamping first before I add any more colour. And I'm going to use this little stamp that has got memories written on it. I got this one given to me by Cindy Utter in some Happy Mail. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, so there's that one, and I'm also going to use my script stamp, which I really must give a good clean to. I just love this one. Okay. just a little bit more, I think, over here. Alright, so that's pretty much covered. And yep, let's do a bit more stamping. I've got my real little tiny dot one. Put some little dots everywhere. Alright, so we've got that on there. And now I might put, I don't know if I want that one. The checkers. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of checker in. I might bring in some black first. There we go. Oh. I'll do it long ways, I think. We'll see how that is. Okay, like that. Right, I've got that one. And I might dry that one first. Oh, itchy eyes. Okay, now I want some circles. So I'm going to grab a couple of different sized lids and a little baby one. I got a real little baby circle lid the other day. Bridget, my 2-year-old granddaughter, had a popper, a juice popper, you know, the drink that pops up the lid, and she goes, Nan, Nan, and I said, what, darling? And she go, hear me, and she handed me this little top, and I thought, oh my goodness. And Jess said, I think she's just picked up that the boys say, do you want this for your art? And now I've got my 2-year-old granddaughter saying, hear me, and I said, oh, thank you, Nanny, use it for her art. And she goes, yep. So I thought, oh, it was so gorgeous. We were having lunch downtown and oh, she was just wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to put some circles on my page now. And then this little one, hear me one. Just go off centre on the same size circles I've already done. Rightio. Have a cup of coffee. Let's have my coffee. I'll just bring those up so you can. It's a pretty cool background. I like it. Some stamping, some paint, some circles. Pretty cool. Now, I might use my card. Oh, I just put black paint all out. Thank goodness I've got my old DAX on. My old shorties. Just put paint all over my leg, black paint. Okay. So that looks really good. I like that. Okay. Just a few of the lines. Looks pretty cool. Now I might just put that to the side for a minute and let it have a dry. If I can find the side somewhere. The mess I have on the table. And I'm going to put some paint on these, but I'm going to use some different coloured paint, so I'm going to use my dabbers. I really love these distress paint dabbers. So I've got some, what's this one? Carved pumpkin and abandoned coral and lemon twist. So I'm going to use some of those. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And I might just trim that off there. And I'm going to put some stamping on that one. Actually, I might put my dots on. I love this little dot dot stamp, block stamp I made. So I'm just going to put some black dots on this one. And I like how you can still see the paper behind it too. I'll just give that a quick dry first. Okay. Oh, we've got that wind come up again. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit down today. I didn't have a really good night's sleep. You know when you sort of dream all night? Well, that's what happened to me last night. It was like I was just dreaming all night. I'd wake up and think, what the was that all about? And then I'd go back to sleep and more or less go back into the same dream. They're trying to tell me that I need to learn something, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. And when you get that way when you're dreaming, it just drains you. Well, I think it does anyway. It's just not a very good feeling at all. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I like that. And I'll put a bit of stamping on that one too. I might use the little spotty one. Okay, that looks good. And I'm not going to do much else to this one. That's the inside of my little fold card. And what I'm planning on here is to put in a few little positive quotes on some little cards, so I'll just wait for that paint to dry a little bit and then I might, is it dry? Yeah, it's pretty dry. Okay, well I'm just going to go round the circles with my white something, with my white something, my white Signo. There, so that's what that background looks like. Little stamps, some really rough circles, and my little circle stamp. Okay, so I'll leave that one for a minute. And the card, let me think. Colour. I might use some of this, which is fossilized amber. And I'm just going to dabber this one on because I have got that meshy stuff on it. And just use my finger. Okay. Might just bring a little bit of brown into this one too. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Just taking a bit off. Okay, that looks good. All right, and I'm sort of going to leave them for the time being. And these are my pages to go in the little booklet. So I'm just going to put some all different colours on these ones. Okay, and this time I'll come in with the sponge with these colours. Okay, so I've just, on my little pages, I've gone and just put a little background on them on either side, and I'm thinking that the person that receives this, when it's together, they can have the booklet and just finish doing something on the front, like arting on the front or whatever. I might just put a little bit more texture. I'm going to use this one, just a little bit more. See, sometimes I just don't know when to stop. I don't know if that's going to pick it up. Might have to use paint. Oh no, that's fine. Oh, that looks better. Just so that they have a background to start on if they want to do some art on it. Okay, so that one's done, the little pages, and I'll just more or less mix them up in the little booklet. Now this is the cover, and this is the cover for the booklet, and I was actually thinking to leave those edges raw like that, which is, I think it's pretty cool, but I'm just going to test this out and put some black around. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'll do that on this side. That's the front side, and this is the back side. The back side. Okay, right. And on the inside of that, I'll put some paint. I've got a heap of paint left over here, and let's just bubble wrap it. Okay. And the second layer, might just dry those two first, because I'm just going to build up these layers with the bubble wrap. Okay, so that's still not quite dry. nearly. Alright, now another layer of paint, and I think I might use what colour can I use on this one? I might bring some orange in, I think. Oh, might make that muddy, but that's okay. I don't think it'll get that muddy. No, that's alright. My orange paint seems to be getting a bit gluggy too, and that was my Liquitex Basics. I'm just wondering whether the heat that I have here on the coast is actually doing that to my paints, because that orange one isn't that old. Okay, so there's some orange, and now I might just put a bit of white on there. And I might have to turn my fan on just a minute. It's getting rather warm in here. No, not the light, the fan. It is getting rather warm. Whew. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. That looks pretty cool. So that's the inside covers for the little booklet I'm putting in there, made out of the junk mail, and that's the front. So I'll let those dry now, and let me think. That's the inside of my little foldy thing, and I still have to decorate the cover, the front cover, and I might do panel colours. So the first one, I'll bring back the orange, the red, the coral and the yellow, and put that one there. Right, I'll give that a quick dry. Well, better move those out of the road. I'll put them over there under the fan a bit more and they'll dry faster. Okay. Bring these back on there. That one. that one. So I've got those colours, and the front one here, the front panel, see that'll be the back panel, and the front one covers over that. And on this one I'll just bring back these, the blues and the greens. Gluggy. And some green. Oh, and this one. And the yellow green, is that what it was? Yellow green. I'll just dry that up a bit first. Okay, and on this back one here, I was trying to stick with the colours that, I might just bring the blues and the greens back here, but I'll start with different colours and try and make it so that the blues show out a bit better. Use up all that paint if I can. Whoops. I'll just get a baby wipe for my fingers. Oh, getting low. Don't tell me I'm... Oh, yep, got a couple left. I have to go over to my daughter's and refill my baby wipes because she still has Bridget in nappies, and she uses the baby wipes for her little bottom, and instead of me buying some, I kind of like just go over there and fill my box up. Scrounge off my daughter. Okay, so I've cleaned my fingers up a bit. Okay, and that blue, that gluggy blue, look at that, that's disgusting, isn't it? It's so gluggy, but I want to use it, so I will. I want to use it up anyway. I'll put a bit of green on there, but it doesn't matter. So that looks pretty cool. And that is going to bug me there, so I might just go back with a bit more. Wonder if the yellow will cover it. We'll see. Not quite. Let's put a bit of orange. That'll do. Before I mess it up anymore. Okay. Now, let me see. Just thinking what I want. That side's pretty much how I want it. And this side I will actually decorate it up a little bit more. So let's put some little circles. Okay, so I've got some little circles. And I might dry that, some stamping. And it's upside down. That's okay. Okay, I like that one. Right. Now I'm thinking let's put some, use this one. I did have another one out here. What did I do with that? Oh, that one there. I might use this one. This is a really lovely stencil. Eva LeVay from Eva LeVay Arts sent me that one. So I'll use the black with that. So that looks good. I'm just going to put that on the back and the front because they're the fold over ones. And on this I might just put a bit of lettering with the black as well. And where's my card here? And some white. Okie dokie dokie. So that's what the front of the cover looks like. Bit of stamping underneath, background, bit of stenciling on top. That looks cool. So that's the front and that's the inside. So I'll put that to the side and let it dry and gather up my inside pages for the little booklet. Doesn't matter if they're upside down. Okay. And it's going to bug me being upside down. Alright, so I'm just going to put them on top there, and that one on top. Hang on, let me get the, I haven't got that right. I want the flat edge for the side. Hang on. That's better, yeah. I'll just go around that edge, the back edge, a bit more. Okay. Is that the right one again? No, this one. Okay. Alright, so now I need my little stapler. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, I found my little stapler. Well, it's not actually mine, it's my daughter's, but she's letting me use it.
You found it?
Yeah, I found it.
Where was it?
Hiding over there under the paper towel. Thanks, darling.
Right where you put it, wasn't it?
Yeah, right where I put it.
Where's the fan going?
Oh, it's lovely. Cup is even better, thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to staple these little pages together. I'll just put 3 in down here. Okay, so there's the little booklet that they can make art in. How cool is that? And with this, I'm actually going to punch a hole at the top and the bottom. So I'll get my crocodile and I'll clean that out of it so I can see where to put the hole. And this, I'm going to put a hole down the bottom. I'm just hoping I'm not getting the stapler. No, I'm not. One down the bottom and one up the top. I don't like not being able to see that hole there. There we go. So one down the bottom and one up the top. Just eyeballing it there. And with that, I'm going to thread just some fibres through it, I think. Let me see. Just have a look and see. I think that's our phone. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back a couple of hours later. Had a lovely visit from my daughter and granddaughter. And my heart, oh, left the paintbrush out. going to be right. I'm just going to glue that onto there. Oh, I'm clogged up. It's the worst thing about this one. There we go. Gets clogged up a lot. The nozzle does. Okay. And I'm going to glue that just on there, and I'm going to put these little flowers, I might put that one up a bit higher, that one there, and these two little ones, one just there, and that one just there. I might just make some little faux stitches on this, and I'm going to put that little heart down there. Just it's not sticking down very well, but I'll put something on top of it just to weight it all down, and I'm going to put that there. And I've left it up a little bit from the bottom because it's going to be tucked into the little pocket. So I'll just put this over here and weight it down. Put that on the top of it and just weight it down underneath that. That should be right. Yep. Right, so while I'm waiting for that one to dry, this one here, so that's the inside, which I'm happy with. Now I want to put a bit of paint on the outside of this one, and let me think, might just get my dabbers out again. So we've got it orange on the inside, and I might make it the blues on the outside. And I'm just going to put this little check border on with some black just down the edge here. I've got enough black paint, I think I have, without having to get any more out, because this side here is going to be the front of it, of the little fold. Okay, so it will fold in like that and then over like that. Very cool, I like that. And on the inside I'm going to just put some and I'm going to put one of my little birdies on the front of that, so I'll use that glue. and just put the birdie there. I might just open it up until it dries. And I just want the positive sayings to go in there. Yeah, so I've got my booklet done, I've got that done. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take this outside and I'm actually going to sew down the sides, and I might sew all the way around on my cover. And once I get that done, I'll be right back and I'll finish decorating the front of it. That looks cool. Okay, I'll be back.